to the TXTA University. This video will discuss basic CDL applicability. This is the first of several presentations on Commercial Driver's License, or CDL. This video will discuss basic CDL applicability. Later topics will include the classes of CDL, endorsements, restrictions, commercial learner permits, or CLPs, drug and alcohol testing, and intrastate operations. Both the federal CDL rules and the Texas CDL laws play a part in determining CDL requirements in Texas. The federal CDL rules are found in the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, specifically Part 383, while Texas CDL laws are located in Chapter 522 of the Texas Transportation Code. Here's a little bit on the history of CDL in Texas. In 1989, Texas opted to write its own CDL law instead of adopting the federal CDL regulations in Part 383. In doing so, the Texas law was required to be substantially in compliance with the federal rule. The Texas law was accepted by the federal government as in compliance, and Texas received federal funding to operate its CDL program. While Texas law was in compliance with the federal rule, there were minor differences. In 2016, Texas DPS adopted the federal rule but maintained several exemptions. This action now made Texas CDL law almost the same as the federal rule. In these presentations, we will use the federal rule except where there is a difference with Texas law. In those cases, the Texas requirement will be explained. The requirement for a CDL is based upon three primary factors, one of which is the vehicle or vehicle's gross vehicle weight rating, also known as GVWR. The GVWR is the manufacturer's rated maximum loaded weight. Another method of determining CDL is the vehicle or vehicle's actual weight, and the vehicle must be weighed. A scale ticket from a loader is not sufficient for enforcement to place a driver under CDL. And one more note, registered weight is no longer used to determine commercial driver's license. The last method is either operating a passenger vehicle or transporting hazardous materials. A vehicle or vehicles not meeting the GVWR or actual weight thresholds can still be required to have a CDL if the vehicle is designed to transport 16 or more passengers, including the driver. The key word here is designed. Or the vehicle is required to display hazardous material placards. The key word here is required. Let's take a look at the weight category. If the vehicle is weighed, it should be compared to the GVWR and the higher of the two values used. For a single vehicle, if the GVWR or the actual weight is 26,001 pounds or more, a CDL is required. If a vehicle, 26,001 pounds or more, has a towed unit 10,000 pounds or less, it is treated as a single unit. In other words, ignore the towed unit 10,000 pounds or less. Let's take a look at some single vehicle examples. In this first one, we see a truck that has a GVWR of 33,000 pounds. In the second example, we have a truck with an actual weight of 26,500. In both examples, the weight, either the GVWR or the actual weight, is 26,001 pounds or more. Both of these trucks would require a CDL driver to operate them. In this next example, we have a truck with a GVWR of 33,000 pounds, but only weighs 25,000 pounds. We must use the higher of the two values, the 33,000 pounds, making the operator of this vehicle possess a CDL. In this next example, we have a truck with a GVWR of 25,500, but actually weighs 26,500. Using the higher of the two, 26,500 pounds, this driver would also be required to have a CDL. This truck has a GVWR of 26,000 pounds even and an actual weight of 25,000 pounds. Because both values are less than 26,001 pounds, no CDL is required. And in this example, the truck has a GVWR of 25,500 and an actual weight of 26,000 pounds even. Again, since both values are less than 26,001, no CDL is required. Here we have a truck tractor that has a GVWR of 52,000 pounds, towing a small trailer of 2,000 pounds. Because the trailer is 10,000 pounds or less, in this case 2,000 pounds, it should be disregarded in the computation of CDL, leaving the truck tractor at 52,000 being the vehicle that needs a CDL driver. In a moment, we will discuss how to evaluate towed units 10,001 pounds or more. Now let's look at a very common, frequently asked question. What if the vehicle has air brakes, but the GVWR and actual weight are less than 26,001 pounds? The GVWR and actual weight are the factors to consider when determining CDL, not the type of brakes. In the picture here, the truck is 26,000 or less and has air brakes, but because it does not meet the 26,001 threshold, no CDL is required. Now let's look at combination vehicle basic requirements. When the combination weights are 26,001 pounds or more and the towed unit or units are 10,001 pounds or more, a CDL is required. Here we have a combination of vehicles. The truck tractor has a GVWR of 52,000 pounds, and the semi-trailer has a GVWR of 68,000 pounds. The combination of the 68,000 pound trailer with the 52,000 pound GVWR tractor is clearly over the 26,000 threshold, and the trailer at 68,000 is over the 10,000 threshold for towed units. Therefore, a CDL is required for this combination of vehicles. Again, we have a combination of vehicles. Displayed is a 1-ton dually pickup with a GVWR of 12,000 pounds, towing a triaxle trailer with a GVWR of 23,000 pounds. This scenario has a combination greater than 26 and the trailer is greater than 10. Therefore, this combination requires a CDL operator. Let's take the same scenario but add an actual weight of 9,900 pounds to the trailer. When evaluating the trailer now, we still must use the 23,000 pounds because it is the higher of the two. So combined with the 12,000 pounds of the truck, the combination is over 26 and the trailer is over 10,000. A CDL would be required to operate this combination. For vehicles that do not meet the 26,001 weight threshold, a CDL could still be required if the vehicle was designed to transport 16 or more persons, including the driver. 15 passenger vans are not required to have a CDL operator, even if the vehicle contains more than 15 people on board. CDL in this case is determined by what the vehicle is designed to seat, and it must be 16 or more persons, including the driver. Here is another frequently asked question. What if the van is designed to seat 15, but there are 18 persons on board? In this case, CDL is determined by the seating capacity, not the actual number of persons on board. A CDL is not required unless the GVWR or actual weight is 26,001 pounds or more, or the vehicle is designed to seat 16 or more. A vehicle of any size that is required to display hazardous material placards is considered a commercial vehicle, and a CDL is required for the operation of that vehicle. What if there are hazardous materials on board, but not of a type or quantity that requires hazardous material placards to be displayed on the vehicle? While the vehicle and driver may be subject to the hazardous material regulations, a CDL is not required until placards are required. In this video, we looked at when a CDL is required. In the next video, we will discuss what class of CDL is required.